All right, so the podcast is over. Oh, the guinea pigs for tonight's after party event are the Boutros Scotty Badeaux.
Yo.
And Brady, don't call him Shadeen, Mr. Shalene, who I think you're sweating.
I am.
I think
yeah.
you're so
I'm really nervous.
You're so nervous right now about what's going to happen.
I mean, I was telling you this weeks ago.
Yeah.
I have a terrible gag reflex.
Yeah. You're going to be all right, man. You're going to be totally fine. This is a usually we'd be doing Taco Tuesday. We're going to switch things up because the opening day for MLB baseball is coming up here, and this video hopefully will be released the day before, maybe even the day of. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But I've been thinking to myself, the Minnesota Twins haven't quite been stepping it up in the last couple of years. And as
last year was a pretty good year.
Well, it was pretty good, but it didn't amount to a whole lot. So I'm going to say this.
We were in it until the last weekend, though.
That's all you can ask for
season
in baseball.
It was a good season.
Yeah, for us, it was a great season. But I want to get back to the glory days of MLB baseball. And so this is a little game called Opening Day. And how this is going to work is the two of you gentlemen are going to battle on some trivia questions. There'll be 3 rounds. At the end of each round, the loser is going to have to open and consume a product that I have hidden underneath the table here. And so I'm going to go ahead and pull out the first product for round 1, and that is
an effective method you got there.
1991
What the
Don't open that.
From 91?
No.
World Championship 91 Frosted Flakes.
You can't do that.
Oh, we're opening it. It's a done deal.
What?
It ain't worth anything.
Is
and
this
here's the
safe?
deal.
It's neat.
Yes, but here's the deal. We are going to go ahead and Joe Boo ourselves into a nice season of Twins baseball by competing to see who has to eat. I don't even know. I'm not even going to do the math on that, but
25 years old. This can't be safe.
this is, it's not quite 25 years, is it?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
25.
0 grams of fat.
Yeah, well, we're going to go ahead and compete to see who has to eat 91 Frosted Flakes. Don't worry, there's more. But this is round 1. Are you two ready to compete?
They're great.
They're great.
Like if I die, you don't get any of my stuff.
You're not going to die from it. It's just going to taste like some old lady's shelf.
If I die from Frosted Flakes.
Are you guys ready for this?
No. Yeah.
Round 1, fight! All right, so how this will work is I have 3 questions.
Where'd you even get
I
that?
don't think you should open this.
We're opening. It's worth $5. Okay, like listen. Here's the deal.
There's
Everyone,
some Twins fan out there.
Will you promise me
would
that
pay
you'll open
big-
it?
Have you tried this
No.
on eBay yet?
No, please open it nicely. I'll take the box.
Everyone-
I have 91 Wheaties. I don't have Frosted Flakes.
everyone in Minnesota has an aunt or an uncle or a grandpa that has a box from one of the Twins.
The Wheaties
championships.
box, not the Frosted Flakes box.
Yeah, I don't have
True.
Frosted Flakes. I got
True.
Wheaties. I at least have an N91 Wheaties. I'd like this box.
I'll admit that this one's probably worth more money than the Wheaties box, but I'll tell you what, this one probably also tastes better. So we're going to go ahead and compete to see which one of you is going to eat 1991 Wheaties in hopes that your digestive system will release the mojo to help the Minnesota Twins get back on
We're
track.
bringing back the World Series days.
That's right, we are. So here we go.
I'm gonna need some.
But
extra
open it
whiskey
nicely.
tonight.
We'll open it nice. All right, we'll open it nice. But here's the deal, okay? I'm going to ask 3 questions. Each one is multiple choice. You're going to write down on your little tablet here what your answer is. We're going to tally points, okay? Person with the most points at the end of 3 rounds gets to pour a nice little bowl for the other combatant.
Do we have milk from 1991?
No, we don't. I was nice enough to get milk that was not expired. So you guys ready?
Whatever.
All right, here we go. So question number 1, round 1, fight. All right, so Brady's sweating over there. We're going to start off round number 1. We're going to start with some oldies but goodies. We got some Frosted Flakes here, but I got a question for you. In what year did Jack Norworth release Take Me Out to the Ball Game? Was it A, 1908, B, 1937, C, 1887, or was it D, 2015? Once again, A, 1908, B, 1937, C, 1887, or D, 2015. Go ahead and write your answer down on your board, please. See which one of you gets a point closer to not eating Frosted Flakes. 25 years. Silver anniversary. We're going to go over to Brady first. Brady, your answer, please.
Was I supposed to write that big? I thought we were doing like...
It doesn't matter.
All right.
Hold it up to the camera.
You hold it up to the camera, though. It is A, you said 1908.
Well, number one.
That's all right. And over to Scott.
37.
1937. The correct answer is A, 1908.
That's what I wanted to go with.
So 1 point over to Brady there. Woo! Scott,
good now.
Scott, you are a point behind here. You got to catch up on this one.
Feeling really good.
All right.
Idiot.
Somebody's not going to be feeling too good here in a minute. All right. So speaking of Cracker Jack, in what year was the first lot of Cracker Jacks produced? Was it A, 1908, B, 1909, C, 1896, or D, 1796? Think wisely here. Take me out to the ball game.
I Googled it.
Did you? All right. So A, 1908, B, 1909, C, 1836, or D, 1796.
No,
I'm sorry,
1896 would have been the option. It's the only one you can't mess up the words on, Dave.
Or D. Well, I did. Managed.
Well, it did.
All right. Over to Scott first on this one.
Well, my marker doesn't really work that well, but that says 1896.
1896, Scott says. Over to Brady.
1908.
1908. Brady thinks that the Cracker Jacks song, or the Cracker Jacks came out the exact same day as the song. That is incorrect. It is 1896.
Oh.
All right. So just as I planned it, we are tied up going into
Did
the
you
third
guys talk
question.
about this? Because you know I puke?
No. I love the idea that you might puke, but we got a bucket there just in case you do. All right. And you don't have to put milk on it if you don't want, but the milk is there if you need it.
I also Googled if eating 25-year-old cereal can kill you. and the top result was just a all caps blog post of this is what 25-year-old cereal tastes like.
There you go. You're totally
They were
fine.
alive to post.
Yeah. It was all in bold.
Yeah, for the 5 minutes after they ate
That's
it.
what this guy said.
It tastes like my aunt's shelf. All right. So, question number 3. And I do have a tiebreaker just to be safe. Roughly how many hot dogs are eaten each year at MLB ballparks? Is it A, 20 million, B, 12 million, C, 2 million, or is it D, just 2? 2 hot dogs.
22 or 12.
20, 12, 2, or 2.
About 60 million tickets are sold. 60 to 90.
This is a question that I had to overly think in case you were in on it because I'm like Gabe will math this one out.
Yeah.
All right, over to Brady.
I have a hot dog 100% of the games I go to, though.
Yes. All right, over to Brady Shadeen. Your answer, please.
12 million.
Brady says 12 million. Over to Scott.
Boom!
20 million?
That is what that says.
That says 20 million. 20 million is correct.
I knew it! Damn it.
Just a little fun fact, which was also the tiebreaker.
You know what fucked me up? It was Gabe saying that 90 million were sold.
90 million tickets. You got to figure, 15% probably gets a hot dog. Get in there.
Well, and they even sell vegetarian dogs at some ballparks.
Yeah, and that does not include sausage. If you had to guess, L.A. or or Chicago? Which one do you think would have more hot dogs sold?
Well,
Chicago.
isn't Chicago like bratwurst?
And they have 2 teams in Chicago.
True. So
Ooh,
there
good
you go. Yes, L.A. Sells
The Dodger dog.
Yes, L.A. sells more hot dogs. Chicago probably sells the highest percentage of sausage, I would say. Brady, do us a favor.
Oh, that was it?
Yeah, it is opening day. Oh, 25 years.
Take it easy on that.
Yep, take it easy on it. Opening day. This is 25 years in the making.
Well, it expired October 29th, 1992.
About the time the World Series was
There you
played.
go, yep. Yeah, right around the time.
It expired when the Blue Jays won the
There
World
you go.
Series.
All right, so go ahead and open that up and give us your reaction as to maybe some smells. You know, what was she looking like?
Well, it opened up really easily. So,
The glue has not
kinda
held.
wore off.
All right, get it up. Get it up there.
Give it up
Yep,
there.
hold it up there. There you go. 91 World Championship Frosted
Yeah,
Flakes.
No glue there either. It doesn't smell too bad.
I can't imagine
feeling
it's that
better
bad.
about it.
Yeah, I can't imagine it's that. It's not going to kill you. You can choose if you want milk or not. Go ahead and pour yourself
Yeah,
a
I
bowl
want
there.
milk.
Yeah, pour yourself a bowl. 25-year-old Frosted Flakes. Oh,
That's a lot.
it looks.
Well, I'm not finishing it.
Yeah, it looks pretty
Let me
much.
see that box.
Looks
about-
like Frosted Flakes.
Yeah, it looks about like it looked. Gabe Johnson
feeling better
gets in
about
there.
it.
All right,
I'm feeling.
Yeah.
This is cold. All right,
Smells
good.
like gold frosted flakes.
It tastes like regular Frosted Flakes.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna
honestly,
lie.
it's not that bad of a deal. I'm telling you. Yeah, it tastes exactly like regular Frosted Flakes.
Does it really?
Yes.
Yeah, I would have left the milk off there because that's the part that scares me. Like I'm gonna let my
milk?
insides. I'm gonna let my insides.
Yeah, now you have chemistry
Oh.
working against you.
No, I just got the shelf flavor. That tastes like
Well,
wood.
Yeah.
it's old, but
Yeah.
they taste like
Actually-
Frosted Flakes don't taste great.
You know what? No, yes they do. You want what that tastes like right there? It tastes kind of like a honeycomb or something.
Hey, Gary Gaetti
All right.
and whoever else.
Yeah, go ahead and get us a big bite. But before you do go, opening
Scotty
day.
Leias played third base in '91.
That's right. Opening day bite. You're taking one for the team, literally, for the Twins. There you go.
We're bringing that World Series spirit back.
Yeah.
Pretty good, Joe. Well, it does taste old.
Yeah.
You don't get that like rich,
Yep.
that sharp sugar flavor.
Yeah.
It's just kind of old, weedy.
Yeah. It tastes a little bit.
Not bad though.
Yeah.
You want some?
You know what? I'm not going to take any of the milk. You get that. You're starting to get
The
that.
aftertaste
Yeah.
is like
A little bit of woody.
we have never tasted anything 25 years old.
Yeah.
But
There you
it's
go.
old.
Yeah.
It's
25
not bad, though.
years, man. I can't believe it's been 25 years since the Twins won the World Series. Like when we were kids, the Twins were, they were it. Like honestly, that was where.
It's not like the Timberwolves were winning
No, the
anything.
Timberwolves
we didn't have
were-
the Lynx yet.
Yeah, the Timberwolves weren't winning anything.
not
There were no women's sports, and the Vikings were, trying to find their way.
We're entering the Denny Green era, making
Yeah.
playoffs every year.
Yeah. All right. So there we go. You can go ahead and dump. You can dump the rest of that out. Just pour it right in that.
you can finish it.
Yeah, you can finish if you want. All right.
Yeah. That's bringing that championship juju back to the
That's right.
Twinkies. They need it.
Right.
If this
I need
gets
it.
us a championship, I'll finish it. But there's no guarantee there.
We're calling this the Joe.
I'll guarantee it helps. I'll guarantee it doesn't hurt.
You should almost just try it. How
Um,
often do you have a chance to do it?
oh, I took a bite.
Yeah, I had Affleck.
Yeah.
It was
All
frosted.
right. So now round 2, we're going to do something a little different. This is a mystery.
Shit, we still got more?
This is a mystery item here.
That was it.
This is round 1. You can go ahead and dump the rest of that into the
garbage?
receptacle. Yeah, receptacle there.
Not bad.
Funny enough.
Well, it's Frosted Flakes.
Yeah. It did
And
taste
it's-
old.
It's unleashing that championship spirit. The air inside that bag was sealed when the Twins were the champions of the world.
That's right. And I'm
A
telling you
little
what.
bit of that is out now.
Listen, it's opening day, and that's what we're all about here. We're bringing back the mojo to the Minnesota Twins here, one item at a time. All right, so this is round 2. This is we're going to take a little break. We're going to back up a little bit. We're just going to calm ourselves down. Let Brady's stomach settle a little bit. And for this round, We're going to be competing for the mystery item here. The person that gets it right has a choice whether or not they want to eat the item or not. We'll find out.
Hopefully it's a Dome Dog from 1991.
For this round, this is Minnesota Twins
Is
trivia.
this the last round? How many more
Nope,
rounds?
we have
are
one more
there?
round after this.
Okay.
For this, we've got Minnesota Twins trivia. Are you guys ready?
Kirby Puckett.
Always. All right. In what year was the franchise started? Was it 1961, 1901, 1921, or 1987?
What was the first one?
You know, I have a
What
I
were
have a
the second and
follow-up
third?
question.
1961, 1901, 1921, or 1987? Gabe Johnson?
Can I ask my follow-up
I
question?
know what your follow-up question is. Which year was the franchise started?
Including the entire franchise history.
Franchise history. 1961, 1901, 1921, or 1987? Your answer, please. How we just bought the damn thing. How does it not work? It's poop again. All right, your answer, please. We're going to go to Brady first on this one.
It was 61, 01.
61, 01, 21, or 87? Use your microphone.
Sorry.
First in war, last in the American League East.
Don't listen to Gabe Johnson. All right, over to Brady. Your answer, please.
21.
1921, and over to Scott.
That's what I wanted to say, but I won't. I'll go.
Well, you're supposed to write it on your board.
Well,
but
I tried.
your answer, please.
61.
See, the bullshit answer is the 61 is when the Twins became the Twins, but we have the
However-
franchise history from the Washington
That's what I
Senators.
based my answer off.
Yes. However, in 1901,
Yeah.
the American League was founded, and the Washington Senators were a part of that. In 1961, the franchise was moved to Minnesota. The correct answer is 1901.
Yep. Okay, that's what I was wondering.
Both of you are incorrect on that one there. All right. Gear up for round 2 here.
Those Frost Flakes are really starting to rear their ugly head right now, too, by the way.
You didn't
There's
even
like a taste in the back of my throat that I can't get rid of.
honestly, what's
It's
funny,
bad.
it-
The 1961
Second.
kind of fucked up that whole question, though, because
Well,
you're not sure what
It's
you're
kind of a
asking.
fucked up question. 'Cause
But-
we could debate that.
if Gabe Johnson is
Well, I
involved, that's why you add a 61.
Yeah.
Because
You know,
the truth is 1901. In 61, the franchise was moved, and a new Washington Senators were created as an expansion team.
for 1 year and then moved to
Yeah,
Texas
I
to
think it
become
was
the
like-
Rangers.
I think it was like 10 years. But anyways, all right. So question number 2. How many jersey numbers have been retired from use with the Minnesota Twins? Is it A, 6, B, 7, C, 8, or D, officially none of them have been retired? Now, again, this is a question. All the Twins questions I wrote thinking that Gabe Johnson would be playing, so I tried to make them harder. So we've got 6, 7, 8, or none.
You got Killer and Carew.
Yep. And Scott, I'm going to ask you first.
Hey, let me think about it.
Okay.
Yeah, I was trying to.
I literally have no idea.
Well, just right.
Kirby Puckett's one of them.
All right. Over to Scott. Your answer, please. 7. And over to Brady, 6. Both those answers are incorrect.
So you got Carew, you got
Well,
Killer,
then it's 8.
you got
who's the second baseman?
You got Herbeck,
Yep.
you got Puckett, you got Oliva,
Yep.
you got Jackie Robinson.
Now, that's the one that
Yeah.
most people would not get. All of baseball has retired Jackie
I
Robinson.
should have remembered that. In the
Yeah.
Metrodome, there's
Yes.
those. Yep.
So Tom
Not that
Kelly.
they counted them.
Oh, TK.
Tom
yeah.
Kelly was retired. That was the last one that you're missing, and Blylevin.
Oh, Bert too.
Bert
got his
Yes.
number retired.
Yeah.
After he made it to the Hall.
Yeah. So
Or maybe before part of the campaign.
I'll be completely honest.
So 8.
Blylevin was one of my favorite players back in the day. Probably just because he had a beard like my dad.
He was one of his favorite players.
Yeah,
to
but that guy could.
listen to
That
him
guy,
talk.
when he got on the mound, you knew it was business time. It's business.
It's going to be a lot of strikeouts and a lot of home runs.
Yes. All right.
Who can hit a curveball?
So here we go. We are on to question number 3. The winner of this will get to choose whether or not they want to eat the aged item in front of us. And the last question is, who holds the team record for most hits in a single 9-inning game with 6? Okay, so which Twins
I
player?
wish I could say my answer before. 'Cause
Okay.
I think it's obscure.
Well, here we go. A. I'm burping right into the microphone. A. Herman Killebrew. B. Did I say Herman? I always say Herman.
I don't know
Harmon. B. Kirby Puckett. C. Gary Gaetti. Or was it D. Bert Blyleven? A. Harmon. B. Kirby. C. Gaetti. Or D. Blyleven? Your answers, please. Scott, we'll go with you first just because you don't have a board.
I've got it down to a 50-50.
Harmon.
Going with Killebrew.
Which is one of my 50s.
Okay, over to
His
Brady.
last name's Kilbrew.
Gaetti.
So.
Gary Gaetti.
That was my other 50. Somebody got it.
You are both incorrect.
What?
Kirby Puckett.
Kirby. Damn it. I
Kirby
wanted to
had a
say Kirby
six-hit
just
game?
because it's
So we
fucking
can
Kirby
both
Puckett.
pick if we eat it?
Well, here's the deal. I have a tiebreaker, but we're not even going to use it. The
Hold
tiebreaker.
on. We just had 3 multiple choice questions.
Yes.
that-
Neither one of
we
you
failed.
got it. Yeah, neither one of you got
There's
it.
a 50% chance on each of those.
Yes. Listen, you're supposed to be bringing the mojo back to the Minnesota
Don't worry.
Twins right now, showing your
We're
prowess
sucking
here.
the losses in here so
That's
they
what we're
can
doing. That's
be
what we're doing.
victorious on the field.
The tiebreaker question was Kirby Puckett also owns the Twins record for most hits in extended innings game as well. Neither of you got a point, so this doesn't even work because I was going to go high-low on it. If you had to guess, what would you say?
7.
7?
I was going to say
It is
7.
actually still 6. So in 1987, he hit 6. He went 6 for 6 in a 9 innings game. In 1991, he went 6 for 7, I believe, or 6 for. It might have been more than that, but I think it's more than that. 6 for 10 or something like that. 6 hits. So you guys are going to split the item here. But I'm going to tell you what, just because we're trying to be nice in the mid rounds.
Yeah, it can't
you
be
know,
that bad
was
if I had
that
the
was
option.
tough, Dave. I would have gotten the 1901
Yeah.
right, and I think I would have gotten the rest wrong.
Okay, here we go. So that's why I went ahead and was nice. This is a mid round snack
Cheese.
of Twinkies. Now,
Oh,
knowing,
they never
You
go
got to
bad.
be old.
hold
bro,
on.
'cause we don't
Knowing
make
what I
those
know about
anymore.
Twinkies, I bought these today. However, knowing what I know about Twinkies, it scares me a little bit that they expire in less than a month.
So they're like the
Beats the
first Twinkies
24
ever made.
years.
These are literally older than the rest of the stuff. So here you guys go. There's your prize for competing in the mid rounds.
Cheers, buddy.
There you go. All right. So now, yeah. Oh, they're filled with frosted flakes. All right. So now that is out of the way, I haven't had a Twinkie in a long time. How is that even?
Not bad.
Just as you remember.
Not that good.
I had one when they went out of business. Like, I better have one of these.
How old were
bitches.
you two when Twins won the last one?
9.
You remember it well?
Oh yeah.
I remember it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I remember listening to it on the radio on the bus ride home
Nope.
and watching it. And
I remember.
I remember it existing. It's not like I really remember anything that happens except for Herbeck pulling Ron Gant off first base.
Yeah.
That's one thing you can't ever forget.
But you remember the aftermath as well. Like you remember the chaos of like Kirby hitting the home run in Game 6 in '91.
The heroics of Game 6 are unparalleled
Yeah.
in sports history.
Yeah.
They've found their way in the bowels of MLB history.
Well, it's one of the best series ever.
I mean,
Well,
Kirby
it had
making
three.
that catch,
It had 3 or 4 over
Then hit that home,
extra innings
like,
games,
hello.
and it was just. There were a ton of
who
extra
wa-
innings games, a ton of one-run games, and then you had Blackjack Morris in
Yeah,
Game
10
7
innings.
pitching a 10-inning shutout.
yeah,
Has there been one since? Probably not.
never.
yeah.
You'll never.
Definitely
see
not
that.
in the World Series. I mean,
All right, so here we go. So round 3, we're back to the goodness. Getting the mojo flowing again. So for round 3, we will be competing to see who has to eat
Oh God.
1987
The Wheaties.
Wheaties.
Oh, 87 even?
You're going to crack those open?
Listen, look, everyone in Minnesota knows five people.
Everybody in Minnesota owns a box of
Yes,
87 World.
everyone has the 87 Wheaties. Both of these are made. Kellogg's and General Mills, they're both from Minnesota.
No, Kellogg's is Michigan.
Is it really Michigan? Oh, I take it back.
Idiots.
Someone has a case of these in their garage just waiting for Brady to eat it. So here we go. 1987 Wheaties are on the board.
That's bringing back some legitimate
I've seen this
championship.
picture a lot.
There's your Gary Gaetti. He wasn't on the 91 squad. He was on 87.
Here we go. So, competing in 3 rounds head to head to see who will go ahead.
Can get a question right.
Yeah, seriously, can you guys get one? Here we go. This is the curveball round. Speaking of most hits, to go back to the last question, what is the MLB career record for most times being hit by pitches? Who holds the career record for most times being hit by a pitch?
Who?
Well, I'm sorry. What is the number? Oh, you wouldn't know that.
The number or the batter?
The number, not the batter. You wouldn't know the batter either. Nobody knows the batter.
I thought Biggio broke it.
Don't name names, but
Okay.
it wasn't Biggio. All right, here we go. So,
Doesn't care if the question doesn't
You're talking
involve
about
the
Craig
name.
Bagpipes Biggio?
Yeah.
no, we're talking Rowdy Piper here. All right, so here we go. Your question is who or what is the total number for career hit by pitch? Yada yada yada. Is it A 197, B 287, C 327, or is it D 977 times?
Jesus.
Wow. Biggio, I thought he broke it. He finished second all time by 2
I mean,
beans.
you just got to lean in at that point.
Yeah. This is your last 2 at bats.
Yeah.
Take it.
The other dude is actually a Hall of Famer.
Huey? It was Huey Jennings, in case any of you
Yes,
were worried.
Huey Jennings.
Oh, I got to change my answer then.
Yeah, please do. Give you a little bit more information there. He also played 18 seasons. So if that changes anything, if you want to do math.
Through 28 years. He had a few breaks in here.
Well, he had a couple skull fractures, one of which we'll talk about. None of them including baseball that I know of.
Change mine.
All right, here we go. Brady's peeking over there at Scott. You got
No,
a
I'm
little
not.
Twinkie.
Twinkie on your lip there. You gotta throw the Twinkie into the mix. Come on, the Twins. All right, here we go.
All right.
Over to Brady. 227. Brady says no. 227 wasn't an option.
The second one, 297?
287.
87.
Oh,
Okay.
it was 87?
Yeah.
Sorry, I just...
I put 197.
All right, so Scott said 197. Brady says 287. The correct answer is 287 times.
Nice.
Fun.
And he played from 1891 to 1918.
Yeah. Fun fact about good old Huey. When he was at Cornell, he fractured his skull diving into a swimming pool at night. A little bit of tidbit of information that was unbeknownst to him. The pool had been emptied earlier in the day.
Wow.
Yeah. So, I'm just going to take a swim here real quick. Took out his skull. He fractured his skull in a car accident in the middle of his career as well. So,
So that's why he had a
Jesus.
few-year break.
yeah, it broke like his arms and
He also
legs
got
as
hit
well.
287?
Yeah. Oh, I'm just going to lean in on this one. I don't know, guys.
Man, if you're Biggio, though, you just play that one extra year.
Yeah.
This is a
Yeah.
record
Yeah.
from 1891 to 1918. It's a 100-year-old record.
Yeah.
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 And all you need to get is hit by 2 pitches?
Well,
Come on.
Can't you just find a friend? Like, for
Yeah,
one
get a
year?
Brett Favre
Yeah.
to take the sack
Yeah,
for you.
yeah.
You can get it done.
All right, so Brady is up by 1 on this one. Scott, you got to come back here to see what happens. So let's go to the other side of the spectrum. For pitchers, what is the highest MLB career total for batsmen hit? So if 287 is the total for one guy getting hit, what's the total for one picture for one pitcher hitting batsmen in their career? Is it A, 277.
Can we just call them batters?
Yeah,
Batsman.
What I was reading said batsman. Yeah, batsman, see? They're just running out on Bruce Wayne. All right, so anyways,
The Wikipedia article calls it hits batsman.
hits batsman.
does.
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
See, I was going to say. Is it 200?
No, you weren't.
277. I already did. 277, 190, 27, or 977.
All right, rattle them off again.
277, 190, a measly 27, or 977.
What was the second one?
Jesus Christ. 277, 190, 27, or 977. And I've had a few beers, so whether or not all those numbers are correct, I have no idea. All right. So, Scott, we're going to have you reveal here first. All right. Scott says 190.
Brady says B.
Brady
whatever
says
that was.
Brady says B, which is also 190.
Nice.
Those are both incorrect.
Well,
Round 3 we go to. Now, for that one there, it was 277
by whom?
by Gus Wehing, Wehing.
Can I have that?
Yes.
Thank you.
Played for 14 seasons. Fun fact about Gus, he was arrested for stealing 2 pigeons at the 1892 National Pigeon Show. A local Louisville, Kentucky paper wrote of him, quote, Wehing has a weakness for pigeons. In fact, he is quite a pigeon fancier.
Nailed it.
End quote.
Okay. Great.
Hit the most people ever with a baseball. And also,
What do you really know about him?
yeah, I don't know if he was ever.
He is a pigeon
I don't know if
guy.
he was ever convicted of that crime. However, he was definitely arrested for it. He didn't have. He had 2 pigeons with him, and he had no explanation as to how he got them. I like how they say he had a weakness for pigeons. Fancy. Here he's a fancier.
Well, back then,
Yeah.
he probably had a lot of people to write.
All right, here we go. So, Scott, you have one chance to tie this up. We'll see what happens here. Which batter holds the MLB record for most career strikeouts? So, batter that has strucken out the most times.
Stricken out.
Struck. Is it A, Sammy Sosa, B, Alex Rodriguez, C, Jose Canseco, or is it D, Mr. October himself, Reggie Jackson? Again, A, Sammy Sosa, B, Alex Rodriguez, C, Jose Canseco, or D, Reggie Jackson? Who has the most career strikeouts?
I've done a couple stories about Jose Canseco, and I feel like they would have mentioned that he held the record.
Well, we'll see what happens.
I remember as a kid we called him Jose Can Strikeout.
Let's get your right down. Let's get your right down. Get your right down, please.
I would say Reggie Jackson.
Not looking.
Brady writing his answer.
Oh, neither
down
of you
now.
have written your answers down yet.
Yeah.
So yeah, thanks.
All right. So Scott says Reggie Jackson. That is correct. Over here, Jose Can Strikeout over here says the wrong answer, C. So here's how this is going to work. I did allow Scott to limp his way into a tie-breaking
Nice job, Scott.
question. Here's what we're going to do. Brady, you had the most points going into the last question, okay? You can defer this question to Scott. I'm looking for a number of strikeouts. If you defer, Scott will give a number. You will say higher or lower than that number. The winner of this question does not have to eat 1987 Wheaties. So here we go. Are you deferring? There's no way he's going to hit it on the head, so you have to defer. I mean, that's the only way to do it.
Wait. So if I defer,
He has to list a number. Then you will say higher or lower. Or,
but if I don't, I have to get it dead on.
pretty much.
Well, then I'll obviously defer.
Well, no, you would guess, then he would guess higher.
Yeah. So it's up to you. The correct answer is to defer. But you can do as you please.
What?
I'll-
But you could probably
hang
say
with
you
it.
could probably say any number, and it's just it's a coin flip on he's going to guess
Yes.
higher or
Yeah.
lower. He has
Yes.
no idea if it's 100 strikeouts or 10,000.
I'm going to
Yes.
hang with it.
Okay. So, how many strikeouts do you think Reggie Jackson had? Oh, dramatic pauses are so effective.
1,200.
1,200.
Higher.
Over to Scott. Scott says higher. You always defer. You always defer.
You're tired.
2,597 strikeouts.
That wasn't bad, though.
It was pretty bad, considering that it was
That bad.
It was terrible.
It was terrible, considering that all of the people listed. Sammy had 2,300. A-Rod had 2,200. Conseco 2,003.
What would you have guessed if I had deferred?
I was gonna go way high.
Yeah,
I was gonna be
15,000.
I was thinking like 10,000. They play 160 games a year.
There you
You gotta
go.
strike
No.
out 2 games every year. You play for 18
I would have
years.
guessed 2,800 because I figured he played about 14, 15
Sure.
years, and
All right, let's
the
do it.
terrible guys strike out 200 times a year.
there you go. So Brady,
I've eaten everything.
so you have eaten the Frosted Flakes. Let me just give you a nice look at that box there. 1987.
You didn't
Wheaties.
maintain the
Integrity.
These aren't my
you
boxes.
say they're not worth much, but when you treat it like that, of course it's not.
No,
worth much.
this is why it's not worth much. I was actually given
Mine are in
these.
pristine condition.
Yeah, but here's the deal. These are not mine. I actually mentioned that I wanted to do a cereal eat. Like I said, we were thinking about doing like an old cereal, and somebody goes, "I have these 2 cereals," and I said, "That's perfect." Opening day. Oh, gross.
No, get it, guys. 1987 air.
1987
This is
air.
victory.
Yep.
This is
Tastes just like
this
the
is
cornflake.
a world
or the-
championship.
Oh my god.
Yeah, way worse.
No, smell that box. Smell
worse.
it. Smells like antiques.
Where's the milk?
Oh my god.
It tastes like antiques.
Oh my god. It's awful.
But you have to keep in mind that Wheaties is awful when it's fresh.
Oh, I know, but that's why we're eating it last. Oh, it's so bad. It tastes.
Yeah, right. Like my least favorite.
tastes like
fucking
Wheaties.
cereal.
It tastes like chunks of 87 cardboard.
There's a black
Yep.
thing right here.
Oh my god.
that?
Oh,
The flea.
the
We'll call him Kirby.
I'll tell you what. The nice thing about cereal that's this old, it has absorbed
What is
all
it?
of the
What is it?
mojo. It's damn near 30 years old.
I'm already feeling more like a winner.
Listen to that. Oh,
Yeah,
it's
it's
so
not good.
No, it
it's
tastes like
so-
shelf.
Yeah, it's
so-
bad.
That's a shelf.
It has a distinct flavor.
Tastes like the shelf that it's
Oh
been
my God.
sitting on
What
for
else
30
is
fucking years.
Was that on a maple shelf or was it cedar?
It tastes a bit of cedar, but
That was
about
it.
halfway through its existence,
Oh,
it
dude,
hits some.
that's way worse.
It hits some oak. Oh my god, it's so bad.
That's way worse. That's way
Get
worse.
rid of that.
All right, so there you have it. Bringing
The
back,
game of
Oh
champions.
my god.
bringing back the mojo to the Minnesota Twins. I want to thank Scott for not having to eat any of that disgusting stuff.
Yeah, Twinkie wasn't half bad.
Yeah, and
Minnesota can thank me once we win.
hey, listen, I'm telling you what, that box, it's like a
You
genie.
unleashed 87 and
I did.
91
Right when I
into this fucking atmosphere. We're winning it all. There's
That-
no question.
That could not taste any more like shavings of wood than anything I've ever tasted in my life. Shavings
No,
of
I've eaten
wood.
shavings of wood.
Shavings
This
of
is
wood.
way worse.
Shavings of wood at least tastes like something else that has happened around it. This absorbed all of
How
the
much
wood.
of that did you eat? Because I had one spoonful and it's
Oh, I had
pungent.
I had a couple flakes. Here, we'll put a couple more. We'll get a couple more here. Just get a little mojo going here. Joe Boo would be very thankful here.
Still couldn't hit a curve.
Oh, it's still terrible. Still awful. All right, and with that,
Championship.
Wait, hold on, Brady Shalene. you win yourself a 1991 Homer Hanky.
Made it all worth it.
So there you go. Oh,
Thanks, Dave.
that's right. And with that, let's go ahead and get out of here.
I think I'm starting to get a
Put this
headache.
on my casket.
That's that.